I didn't plan to speak, not that day. Not while standing in front of a giant photo of myself, cropped, unflattering, blown up at the entrance like a public warning sign. Do not enter, useless trash. The words were printed in bold red strokes. My face blurred behind them like I was already erased. My parents stood beside me, stiff as mannequins. My mother didn't blink. My father didn't breathe. "Don't let anyone know you're our child," they murmured, as if I were something contagious. Then my sister walked in, sparkling, glowing, rehearsed. She smirked. "Don't come too close. Your poor smell will ruin the wedding photos." It wasn't the insult. It was her enjoyment of it. So I turned away, quiet, calm, deliberate. 30 minutes later, her wedding collapsed. And I began to speak, because he, the groom, had finally found out who took my place. When I left the entrance, I wasn't angry. Anger is noisy. What I carried was quieter, colder, ancient. I heard the shrieks before I reached the gates, chairs crashing, glass shattering, a man's voice shaken, breaking, my future brother-in-law. Correction, my former fiancé. 3 years ago, he had held my hand in a hospital corridor and promised, "No matter what your family says, I choose you." He said it gently, as if choosing me was an act of rebellion, as if loving me were a burden he could courageously carry. I believed him. I didn't realize he wasn't choosing me. He was choosing proximity to something better, someone better. My sister. The golden one, the clean one, the successful one, the one my parents always said I should copy, replace, or disappear for. It was a voicemail that changed everything. Accidental, 37 seconds long. My sister's laugh first, then his. His voice low. "Just keep her thinking we're still together. I'll break it off after the promotion. She's too naive to notice." My sister whispered, almost lovingly, "She was never meant to have what's yours." What's yours? Not who, what. I replayed it until I no longer felt the sting. I listened until it became strategy. I didn't confront them. People who enjoy betrayal expect a reaction. They prepare for it. I didn't give them one. Instead, I documented everything. Every message, transaction, slip. Then I discovered the final piece. My parents had already introduced my sister to his family months earlier. They had arranged the match. I was a placeholder, a stepping stone, an unwanted rehearsal. So I stepped out, quietly, legally, completely. Within 2 weeks, the engagement was dissolved. By him, publicly, proudly. The perfect humiliation. Except, he didn't know the terms of the contract he broke. He didn't know the assets tied to my name. He didn't know the consequences of ending a partnership while benefiting from my resources. He found out when the lawsuit hit his office desk. He found out again when the ethics investigation froze his promotion. He found out the truth of me, piece by piece. But not all of it, not until the wedding. My gift to my sister wasn't wrapped. It didn't need to be. It hit the wedding hall at exactly 2:14 p.m., delivered by a courier who said my name very loudly. Inside the envelope were printed transcripts, his voicemail, their messages, dates, times, photos, financial documents, statements, everything he thought I didn't know. Everything she hoped would stay buried. I didn't have to sabotage the wedding. I just illuminated it. When the scream started, I stopped at the gate and waited. 30 minutes. 30 minutes was all it took for him to realize the woman waiting at the altar wasn't the one he loved. She was the one who had orchestrated his downfall. And I was the one who stepped aside and let gravity do the rest. "Where is she?" he shouted, voice cracking. I didn't turn back. I didn't need to. He had finally seen who took my place, who replaced me long before he realized, who pretended to be me in every way that mattered. My sister, the perfect daughter, the perfect thief. I walked away from the wedding grounds, the air warmer than before. My phone buzzed again and again, him calling, my sister screaming, my parents begging. I silenced it. Some endings don't need witnesses. Some victories don't require applause. Justice doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers in the space you leave behind, when the world you abandoned collapses under its own lies. I didn't destroy her wedding. I just removed myself from a place I was never meant to stand in. And the truth? The truth did the rest.